Welcome to Grand Prix, your favorite channel for the fastest news about Formula One racing. We have 3 exciting stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of everyone else. Let's get started. Hey, Formula One fans! Big news and lots of drama is happening before tomorrow's British Grand Prix. The starting order has changed after some important driver punishments were given out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay on top of every twist and turn. In this amazing season, we bring you daily updates with all the action from the world of Formula One. If you enjoy straight-to-the-point fast updates like this, leave a like to support our work. Now let's break it all down. Max Verstappen is still the man to beat after getting another amazing pole position in qualifying. But while he starts from first place, several other drivers have seen their positions moved around thanks to grid penalties given after incidents in previous races and during practice sessions this weekend. The first penalty that shook up the grid came from Mercedes rising star Kimi Antonelli after a controversial crash with Verstappen at the Austrian Grand Prix. The stewards looked at the incident after the race and decided to apply a 3-place grid drop for the British GP, originally qualifying in a strong 7th place. Antonelli now finds himself starting from 10th place. For a rookie still learning his way in the ultra-competitive Mercedes, this setback could make his Sunday a lot more complicated. He'll need to fight his way back through the field on a track where passing isn't always easy, especially if rain hits as predicted. Speaking of big hits, Haas driver Oliver Bearman faces an even steeper climb. Bearman was penalized 10 grid places for breaking a rule during FP3, reportedly going beyond track limits while also ignoring double yellow flags. This heavy penalty has dropped him from a career-best 8th place in qualifying all the way down to 18th place. It's a heartbreaking blow for the young British driver racing in front of his home crowd. What was shaping up to be a breakout weekend now turns into a test of toughness and strategy. Can he use different tire strategies or take advantage of chaos to claw back into the points? These penalties, of course, have opened doors for other drivers. Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and Carlos Sainz all move up a few positions on the grid, potentially putting them in a stronger position to fight for points or even a surprise podium if things get wild tomorrow. Alonso in particular has shown flashes of brilliance in mixed conditions this season, and with rain likely during the race, his experience could be a huge factor, and that brings us to the weather, a massive wild card. A forecast for Silverstone shows that sunny skies on Friday gave way to heavy clouds and scattered showers on Saturday, and those conditions are expected to continue into Sunday race day. Temperatures are predicted to hover around 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, with a high chance of on and off rain during the race. That could lead to changing track conditions, difficult tire calls, and the kind of unpredictable drama that has defined classic British GPs in the past. Think back to races like 2008 or 2020 where sudden downpours turned strategy on its head and rewarded bold calls from teams and drivers alike. If we get similar conditions tomorrow, don't be surprised to see midfield teams like Sauber with Bottas and Hülkenberg taking risks to snatch big results. Bottas, fresh off his first F1 points in Austria, could be especially motivated to impress again and cement his reputation as Brazil's next great hope. Hey, Formula One fans! Big news just dropped over on the GPM Casa channel. Max Verstappen has reportedly accepted Mercedes' offer to drive for them next season. Now, all that stands in the way is approval from Mercedes' board of directors to move forward and finalize the deal. However, there's a twist. Part of the board reportedly believes they don't need Verstappen in 2026, insisting George Russell and Kimi Antonelli could be enough to lead the team given their confidence in the car currently being developed. Even so, with a 4-time world champion like Verstappen on the table, it seems highly unlikely Mercedes will let this opportunity slip through their fingers. So what do you think? Did Verstappen make the right call leaving Red Bull to join Mercedes? Or should he have stayed loyal to his current team? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but that's not the only drama unfolding. A fresh report from Italy's highly respected Formula Analyze Technica reveals George Russell's contract renewal with Mercedes is also hitting a major snag. According to their sources, Russell turned down Mercedes' latest offer, which was for just a one-year extension with an optional second year. Russell, however, is said to be pushing for a longer-term deal that would provide more security for his future and career. Mercedes, wary of overcommitting in a volatile driver market, is hesitant to lock him in beyond that. Meanwhile, Russell has already reportedly held informal talks with both Aston Martin and Red Bull. Aston Martin in particular is said to have tabled a tempting 3-year contract offer, showing their intent to snap him up if things with Mercedes fall apart. This situation sets the stage for a huge domino effect across the 2026 grid. If Verstappen does move to Mercedes, Red Bull will suddenly have a seat to fill, possibly making Russell their top target. At the same time, Aston Martin could also shuffle its lineup with Russell being a key piece in their long-term plans. The driver market for 2026 is shaping up to be one of the wildest in years, with big names potentially switching teams and triggering major reshuffles throughout the grid. So now over to you. Did you see this Verstappen-Mercedes move coming? And do you think Russell will really leave Mercedes if they don't meet his demands for a multi-year deal? Or will Mercedes find a way to keep both drivers happy? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest updates from the fast-moving world of Formula One. Max Verstappen shocked the paddock by snatching pole position for the British Grand Prix with a stunning lap at the very end of qualifying. But despite this strong starting position, Red Bull is heading into Sunday's race at Silverstone with a serious sense of caution. And the reason is the weather forecasts are predicting a 60% chance of rain on race day, paired with cooler temperatures, which could undermine the performance of Red Bull's latest car updates. The team had banked on a dry weekend to maximize their low downforce configuration, but wet conditions could flip the script. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's outspoken advisor, voiced these concerns during an interview with Sky Sports. He admitted that the car's setup, focused on minimal aerodynamic drag and smaller rear wings, could prove to be a handful if the track turns slippery. This configuration works in the dry because it gives us better straight-line speed and neutralizes the understeer issues we faced earlier in the weekend, Marko explained. But in the wet, we might find ourselves struggling for grip. It could come down to Max's pure talent to keep us in the fight. This setup decision was the result of extensive experimentation across all 3 practice sessions. Red Bull's engineers felt that the low downforce trim provided the most balanced handling on a dry Silverstone circuit, and Verstappen confirmed their choice by putting in a near-perfect lap to secure pole. However, as Marko pointed out, that balance might disappear if rain intensifies and tire temperatures become harder to manage. Historically, cars with higher downforce levels excel in wet conditions thanks to better stability and cornering grip. That gives teams like Mercedes and McLaren, running slightly more loaded aerodynamic packages, a potential edge if the skies open up. Drivers like George Russell and Lando Norris, who start right behind Verstappen, could capitalize on any ridge. Dual struggles and challenge for victory. For Verstappen, this could be one of the biggest tests of the season. With his skill in variable conditions already proven in past races, he's still the favorite in the eyes of many fans. But the margin for error will be razor-thin, especially if strategic gambles with tire choices come into play. So what do you think? Is Verstappen still the clear favorite to win even if the rain comes? Or do you see another team rising to the occasion and stealing the spotlight at Silverstone? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Do you expect a wet weather masterclass from Max or a surprise result shaking up the championship?